Let's make sure this is working. Okay, let's see. Now y'all say my stream health is good until I click this mug on. Let's see. Now y'all say my stream health is good until I click this mug on. Okay, so you're just gonna hear it on an endless feedback loop, huh? Okay. All right, so I think I fixed the buffer issue. Hopefully this is fine. You all can hear me okay. So I want to make sure that's one thing. I don't seem like I'm having any buffering issues on the back end, but please let me know if something seems like it drops out or anything. I don't know what it is. The streaming software has just been acting buggy and it's been a minute for me, so it's whatever. It's whatever, but I'm going to roll with it. I'm going to give it a few more minutes to see if there is any lagging for you all. And I'm also going to check my phone. So I'm going to mute my mic really quickly just so I can make sure. Okay, thank you, Mystic, for letting me know. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't, and I have it on a low latency on the back end, or sorry, a normal latency on the back end. But for whatever reason, it seems like it's always slower. It seems like it's like 2 minutes, 3 minutes slower instead of a few seconds. But yeah. So if there is a delay between me answering or responding to you versus the chat, that's why. Because it's just a slow uptake there. But again, I'm gonna roll with it because at least I'm live. My audio is good, so I'm thankful for that. Because for whatever reason, it's just I don't know. Maybe it's even I doubt it's the stuff that I'm using, but I don't know. I think it might be OBS. I think they just want you to pay for everything now in order for it to work properly. It can't be free. You have to pay for it. But that's my own conspiracy theory. But I'm gonna take that tinfoil hat off really quickly to welcome you all in. Get comfortable. Hopefully you got your snacks. I know I had to bundle up today because I am cold. You know, I live in the northern part of the United States, so we get snow here. So I am bundled up. I am ready to get into this and have it all. Yes. Tell her to stop moving my box because it's my box. Now we're all in my box now, so I'm gonna do whatever I want to. We're in my little box here, so it's gonna be what it is. So yeah, but to welcome you all in, hello, if you are new here, my name is Beijing. I am a intuitive tarot reader. I try to deliver messages as honest as YouTube will allow me to, and as honest as you know, the messages I get can possibly be. I try to clean it up in a sense, but I try to give them, you know, the message as good as it gets. And so tonight, you see, I'm going through a slew of things today. I'm going through the whole, okay, the Candace Owens. Some people would say it's a psychosis. I don't know. We're going to look into that. I'm going to be looking into the whole thing and run down with Beyonce, because if you all haven't seen what's going on with that, it seems that she has been kind of like been dodging Brandy, or there's been some shadiness or something going on behind the scenes with her and Brandy, and people are saying it's because of Kelly Rowland. There was also an awkward moment that she had with Rihanna as well when she was coming to see Brandy on tour, and people are talking about that. There's also so yeah, there's that. And then there's also a reading on Jung So-Min that I am going to be doing. And then I am going to also be doing a reading on, I forget this gentleman's name. This was one that I added last minute. This is on Jude Bellingham. Apparently he's some big popular soccer player. And because I always like to just test my mettle, and it's a sports reading, and I don't keep up with sports, I figure why not try it. I feel like that's a good barometer for how good I am or how bad I am. So yeah, I'm gonna be covering all of that, but I am allowing questions. I am allowing whether it's like your personal questions, or if you have additional questions about any of the celebrities that I'm going to be reading on, I am allowing those questions as well, but I'm trying to save them to the end, just so I can get through all of the other things that I'm doing without having to keep watching chat and answer questions, if that makes sense. Okay, now I see there's a lag with my video. See, as soon as I said it was fine. I don't know if everything just froze really quick. Maybe not, because on the back end I still see my timer going, but it seems like everything just froze for a second. Again, like I said, they want you to pay for stuff, and I'm just not doing that for a side thing. Yeah, like I don't understand what is happening here, and I'm afraid to unplug my camera like right now and like restart it, because then it's just gonna act crazy, even crazier. Okay, so now, sorry, I just caught that. Good looking, guys. Thank you. Um, So I'm gonna start off first with Brandy and Beyonce because they made a whole joke about it recently while they were in St. Louis. Talking about, Monica was saying, joking around, saying she was gonna take Ray J phone. Because everybody has been noticing how the interactions has been between Brandy and Beyonce, and how it seems like Beyonce is not just kind of like, I guess, being really warm or welcoming to her, whatever people are claiming that's going on. But yeah, I figure I get into that first. But I'm probably gonna, you know what? No, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna do the Rihanna incident first, because that was weird when Brandy did her tour stop. I think it was when she kicked it off in LA. It didn't seem like Beyonce and Rihanna was like not trying to mess with each other. It was given very much like, girl, I see you, but don't breathe in my direction or we gonna have a problem kind of thing. So I want to see if there was really some kind of issue there, what's going on, and then we're gonna get into Brandy and Beyonce. But before I do, please keep notes as you see scrolling along the bottom of the screen here. All statements made are alleged for entertainment purposes only, okay? They're my opinions. They're not facts. And we're going to move forward with that, okay? Cool. Okay, we do see. Now, this is for Beyonce. So you all can see there, this is the magician coming up in reverse. That usually speaks to things like manipulation. See, yeah, on my end, it doesn't show him getting buffering at all. That is so interesting. Gotta reshuffle that one. Okay, for Rihanna, we have, oh, the world card in reverse. Oh, did I get two cards? No, I got one. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was kind of getting with this world card in reverse already. So, what it's feeling like to me, or what is reading like to me from these cards, is that, what's the secret? I want to be in on a secret too. But no, seriously, when I got the world card coming up in reverse, to me it's just kind of like, um what immediately jumped out to me was something about like, allegedly, Rihanna feels like things that people just don't see or recognize about Beyonce that I was getting. Again, we do have the magician here, aka the charmer, coming up reverse, and most of the time it speaks of manipulation. And then it doesn't go any better when you get the moon card here and it's coming up in the upright. So see, this is like secrets, or yeah, like secrets, things, quiet things people don't know, things people probably won't know or whatever. Like, um I don't know why there can't be something exposed about this, or what's keeping this from getting out. I don't know if it's just because, who's Beyonce's married to, or she's because she's a power player, or whatever the case may be. But there's something that's coming up here. And just the line card we get here is the Sultan, is the Emperor. It's about a guy. Because, the rumor for years has been, supposedly Rihanna has messed with Jay-Z. Allegedly. I'm not saying that. I'm just reading these cards, okay? I'm just letting you know. Then we also do have the Nine of Discs. Again, this is very much where the energy Rihanna is. She's just kind of like her wealth, her relaxation, her time, enjoying the labor of her fruits. Her labors are. And they also got this swing in reverse here. So to me, this makes me think that, yeah, there's no love. There's no, like, no real connection between these two. I'm not saying that they even get along just because of Jay-Z. Like, oh, because, you know, you're married to Jay-Z and I'm his Jay or whatever. I'm his biggest success story or whatnot that we need to get along. Not saying that has to be the case, but yeah, you just seem to kind of like these two are like oil and water. They just don't get along. But it's because ice and Virgo are like sister signs to each other. So you would think would have some kind of understanding between each other, but they're Beyonce and Rihanna's energy to me just was very much like, I don't, this is, you know, this, we're not about to play around with that. Okay, let's see if I can get something more on possibly what it is that she feels like is not known. Okay, wait, now I see an error about. Okay, one quick mention is something quick. Okay, you would think I was going through a storm or something over here the way it's acting up, but again, I'm gonna try to get through this. Okay, so let's again. Okay, you would think I was going through a storm or something over here the way it's acting up, but I want to make sure the audio's catching back up. So just in case if it was having a buffering error when I was talking and you all couldn't hear me, just to go back over this, to me it just feels like Rihanna feels like they're allegedly Rihanna feels like there are certain things that the public just doesn't know about Beyonce, and that was just reconfirmed to me with the moon card coming up here, because that's usually talking about secrets or things that are hidden, and this is coming up in the upright too. So it's like maybe you all see signs of it, or like the general public sees signs and stuff about it, or they kind of draw conclusions, but for the most part it's just kind of like you all don't see what I see, or what I have seen. And again, Beyonce is coming up with the charmer here, aka the magician in reverse, and they usually speaks to things of like manipulation. So this is not the first time. I'm pretty sure this is not the first time I've gotten the magician card for Beyonce before either. So let me see if I get some more clarity on this. Oh, Three of Cups. Again, going back, I was getting that Emperor card up underneath. I also got the Two of Cups there. To me, it just feels like, I hope this isn't over, man. I hope the rumors aren't true. But it's starting to really point in that direction, isn't it? Oh, look at... I love when that happens sometimes. I just flip the deck over and look at the other underlying card here, the Three of Swords. Let me hold it up some more so you see. And that's coming up in the upright. Let's see here. Five of Discs. Why would that be Five of Discs in the... Okay. Is it just the competitiveness? gonna tell you what this five of this makes me think of a lot. Just because you know how the general public, especially since these two came out with their recent hair care lines, how everybody's talking about, oh, sacred is the thing. Beyonce has never succeeded at being at running a business, etc., etc. But now suddenly, sacred has blown. Well, I'm not gonna say suddenly because, from what I understand, it is a very good product. But now people are going crazy about the fact that sacred is this big award-winning company for Beyonce, and she's making all of this money, she's getting all of these accolades, and now that Rihanna has kind of like moves out of music, and getting more into her like entrepreneur bag, people are steady comparing the two and highlighting who's more successful than the other. The five of this makes me think of that. It's like the compare and contrast, the public competition or whatever. And some people want to believe that Beyonce is above that. In my opinion, with looking at these cards, it makes me think, no, you're not. Like, y'all have false susceptible to that too. And I think it also doesn't help because of this, like, I don't want to say animosity, but at least this energy that y'all two have, and just kind of like, it's not a very good one, I would say, energy that's between Beyonce and Rihanna, makes me feel like, yeah, it's just adding salt to injury. And look what else is coming up here. The Fool coming up here in reverse. These two just don't mess with each other. And I think it is a lot of competitive things, in regards to maybe their work. Because, at one point they kind of were going back and forth, disc for disc, dropping on each other. And again, Rihanna was under Jay-Z. So, and then we also have the Amir of Cups here, which is the King of Cups. And then we also have the Eight of Swords coming up in reverse. Okay. That is not walking away from something. Probably, to me, this feels more like a timing thing, though, with the Eight of Swords coming up in reverse. Like, not walking away from something or getting out of something soon enough. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna go with it. To me, it feels like, again, I don't know if it's the connection with Jay-Z, or again, if it's something with another manager or some other competitive thing that was going on here that these two had. And, whether it was you copying my sound, or you doing this or you doing that, or again, the thing with Jay-Z. And the two cards that keep coming up here, I keep peeking at in this deck, is the Nine of Wands in reverse and the Three of Swords. It keeps popping out. I keep seeing these peek out. And again, the Three of Swords is getting over a heartbreak. I'm also getting something about an apology too, but I'm the Three of Swords, and then I'm also getting the Nine of Wands in reverse. This is like, I'm over and done. I'm tired about something, and I'm just gonna either accept it or move on and let it go. It's kind of like what I'm getting. So yeah, I just think these two it just speaks to, like, it feels like long time rivalry. Okay, let's get into this whole Brandy and Beyonce situation. Okay, this time I'm gonna pull for Brandy first and see how she's feeling about, Beyonce. My candle is just going crazy over here. I'm gonna pull on Brandy first and see how she's feeling about Beyonce just kind of like showing up to her concert and not saying hi, if she feels any kind of way about it. Kind of like hopefully get into what her real feelings are. Okay, I just want to know, I had about 4 or 5 cards pop out here, and one of them happens to be the Fall of Granada. This is the Tower card. We also have the Three of Swords, so to me it feels like something isn't completely cleared up yet. It just seems like maybe time has moved on and it's just kind of like, okay, time to let it go. We do also have the Six of this. That's like some reciprocity stuff there. And then we also have the Malik of this. Okay, I probably should put my phone on Do Not Disturb, huh? I will have to call back. Sorry about that. Hopefully you didn't hear that because I would definitely probably be demonetized for that. Let's see. Let's see here. The Tower card wants to come out for Brandy. Sorry. Youch. What is this? Okay, so I started shuffling for Beyonce, but the six of this, which I was getting from Brandy earlier, is popping out. I'm gonna put this back and I'm gonna see if that's really supposed to stay. Maybe not. No, I have two cards for Beyonce this time. One of them is the Princess of Swords in reverse, and I'm not surprised about this card because I instantly think about that time. Was a girl named Jatavia? And Beyonce was trying to tell her about how to get her bags or something, like check bags or something like that. She was very cold, very brattish almost to her. And people just crack up about that to this day. Like, that's not how you do a check bag, just laughing about it. And it's like, okay, girl, well, she just didn't know. Jesus, everybody didn't live a lifestyle like you did. But that's what that made me think of. Because, again, oftentimes the Princess of Swords is it doesn't surprise me because she is a Virgo. I don't know what her rising and her moon is, but this is again when I think of swords cards or people who kind of come up with that swords energy. I think of people who are very intentional, analytical. They could be very cold, cut with their words, very strategic. I think of that, and then we also do have the star in reverse here. So I wonder if she just feels like because with the star card coming up reverse, it just makes me feel like, okay, you shouldn't be outshining me or something anyway. And I don't know if she feels that way because, allegedly from what I'm getting out of this, I don't know if it's like you weren't hungry enough or like something about work ethic. It feels like to me. It feels like there's, at least what I'm picking up on right now, it kind of feels like Beyonce has the problem with like maybe her work ethic, Brandy's ethic. And not to say, Brandy don't feel the same way. She's definitely like, I don't like the way you do business either. So hello. Allegedly. That's in my opinion. I'm gonna say right now the card wanted to jump out, but let's see if it actually falls. Okay, no, we do have the Mirror of Wands. Okay, moments out because if you don't know, the Mirror of Wands is the King of Wands. That is a fire card. Who's the fire sign that we know that both of them have been rumored to be connected to? We just read on it probably like 5 minutes ago between Rihanna. Like, so are you just beef out and not be cool with any female that's has been in any kind of proximity to that man? Seriously? That's where we going with this? All this attention on that? And mind you, I am going to get the Six of Cups as well. I'm getting the Six of Cups as well. I'm getting that Moon card again. And I'm also getting the Three of Discs. Again, the Six of Cups usually points out to things from the past. The Moon usually deals with secrets or things that are hidden. And then we also have the Three of Discs in reverse. So this is feeling like I don't know if these two probably had some kind of I was about to say political, but like business dealings of some sort, some kind of contract or something on the table, or again, just the way of the music industry where people are oftentimes competing with each other, but then also leaning on each other as well to get ahead. Um, this three of this just feels like business going wrong, business dealings going wrong. Yeah, the long and short of it, I feel like some of this is stemming from Bayes man, but I think some of this also has something to do with like some kind of di- business dealing going wrong here that these two just kind of, I wouldn't even say wipe their hands of, because I feel like it's still very much weighed on both of their psyche, in my opinion. I think it's still something that they remember, and I don't know if it's truly been forgiven. I think just it's just like, okay, because so much time has passed, we just kind of like moved on. We never talked about it. We never healed or mended from it. We never, chopped it up or anything like that to kind of like the story straight. And because so much time has passed, it just kind of feels weird to kind of go back and revisit it, because I don't want to seem like I've been hung up on about it. Excuse me. I don't want to go back and seem like I'm hung up about it. So I'm just gonna move on. But I think it's very much like, that has put a nasty taste in my mouth, and ever since then I've seen how you move. Um, I've just been okay not messing with you like that. That's what that's more so giving me. But now I'm switch over. Just gotta get my picture together.